Okay then, so to get this going, this will definitely get your blood moving today. So this flow is going to go very heavily into the hips. We're going to take this toward Firefly or Tittibhasana toward the end of class. A lot of opening through the inner thighs. Definitely into the hamstrings quite a bit as well. So be ready for that as we go through the different variations of the poses today. Before we start this, I got two demonstrations. So once we get to the main part of the flow, you're starting this downward facing dog. We're going to take this into a series of frog hops to really warm things up. So you keep in mind, you're going to hop this forward 3 times, and you can take this up high, you can keep it down low, but what I want you to pay attention to here is that you're pressing your hands, you land your toes, you land as lightly as you can, and you're ready to move as you take this back and forth. So what you don't want to do is just hop your feet down flat. So for me, you're going to take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just bend at the knees, look forward, hop forward, and land this light. And land your toes, be ready to move, have your heels up high, and step it back. And I just hop this forward, my feet maybe went, about 6 inches above the floor. If you want to take this higher, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop it forward, press down, and again, land this as lightly and as silently as you can. Now, if you want to take this toward inversion, you can take this to the point where you actually get your hips over your shoulders, but the thing to pay attention to here is to land this lightly and to really press down into the floor. So again, deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And after that third hop, we're just going to step it back, take a low lunge, and move through the flow from there. So just have that in mind. That is it at the beginning of the flow. Now, at the end of the sequence, everything's going to lead you to the front of the mat. We're going to take this to crow. And where I'm going to take this to today, and the version of crow, is going to be a much more flattened out variation. So you start engaging in the thighs, and this is going to help you once we actually come into Firefly toward the end of class. If you want another variation of this, feel free. But keep in mind, that's how I'm going to cue this for today. So you're going to have both hands down on the floor. You're going to be in a forward fold. Dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, and bring the knees outside your upper arms rather than on top. And then look forward, start to lean. Take it slow. And if leaning's all you're really up for today, that's fine. Just lean to the edge of balance and keep your hands gripping the floor. Now, if you want to actually take this into balancing, lean forward enough that your feet lift together. Big toes to touch. Let your body flatten out on the shelf of your upper arms. And then see about engaging in the thighs from here. So squeeze in to lift your hips. Maybe take this up and down a few times. And if you really want to get aggressive with this, you might be able to squeeze in enough they can reposition the knees entirely and take yourself into a higher version of crow. And really just turning on that activation of the inner thighs is going to help you quite a bit once we come to the arm balance into class. So work things as best you can to take things as far as you're ready today, and just have that in mind. So to start this, bring yourself to the front of the mat. And we'll take this from standing halfway down to a squat. So just set the feet a little bit wider than your hips, heels in, toes out. And then bend the knees, bring your elbows to your thighs. And bring your hands together. Now maybe just the fingertips, maybe the palms, but keep the arms and legs pressing into each other. Round your spine and spread the shoulder blades apart. But let your head just hang, let your neck relax. And then close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in here like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, drawing as much air as you can, try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. And then when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And when you exhale, just open your eyes. And with your next inhale, roll this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. And we'll take this slow to start. So with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. And then with the exhale, this time lean to the right side. Right arm reaching down, left arm reaching right, gaze up high, and just stretch this out long. With your next inhale, bring it up to center. And exhale, lean left, left hand reaching down, right arm reaching left, gaze high here and stretch out long. With your next inhale, bring it to the center, both arms high. And then with the exhale, draw your elbows out wide, let your head fall back, open your chest. With your next inhale, reach up high. Exhale again, elbows out wide, let your head fall back, hold here. Now press down to your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit, but squeeze your glutes, keep leaning, keep the arch of your spine. And then as you hold on to this, reach that right hand down toward the floor, left arm up high, look down the length of your right arm, a little bit of twist here. And take it the other way, reach your right arm up high, left arm down, look down the length of your left arm. Now with your next inhale, come back upright, both arms high. And then with the exhale, hands to heart center, bend your knees, sink down to that halfway squat. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hands to center and sink back down again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, bring this up all the way. Now with the exhale, sink down and stay low this time. So bend your knees, bring your thighs toward parallel to the floor, and then bring your fingertips down to the floor as well. And stay light in your hands. Now from here, just keep your chest facing down. I want to take this side to side. So when you're ready from here, just put the weight to your left foot and step the right foot across. Bring the right knee down behind your left heel. Now stay folded. Keep your chest facing down. Step the right foot wide. And then take it to that side. Weight goes to the right foot. Left knee comes down behind your right heel. And then step your left foot wide. Now if you want to make it harder, lift your hands, but keep your chest facing down. Weight to the left foot. Right knee comes down behind your left heel. And then step your right foot wide. Bring it to the right foot, left knee down behind the right heel again. And then step your left foot wide, a couple more rounds. Bring it to the left side. Right knee comes down behind your left heel. Step the right foot out wide, come over to the right side. Left heel down behind your right heel. Or left knee behind the right heel, there we go. And then step your left foot wide. Now one more round, take this slow. Now put the weight to your left foot, lift the right and hold. Bring your belly down to touch your left thigh. Now as best you can, reach forward and see about just touching the right knee down, but without setting your foot. And that's hard. Go ahead, set the right foot out wide. Bring your weight to the right foot. And again, take this slow. Lift your left leg. Try to keep your left foot lifted. Bring the left knee down behind the right heel. And step that left foot wide. And then once you come into center, bring your hands back down. Just go ahead and straighten your legs. Shake them out a little bit. Hips up high. Just breathe. I'm just turning for the camera. Keep in mind. And then from that forward fold, go ahead and bring your feet together as you folded. And then bend the knees again. Sink your hips back. Bring your belly to touch your thighs. Look forward. Reach your arms straight forward. And we're going to take this down to seated. Now, anytime you can bring your hands down to the floor. But if you can take it deeper, lower your seat. Let the knees go wide. Keep your torso pulled in toward your thighs. And then as light as you can, bring yourself down to the mat. Now, once you're down, feet in front of you about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. And then fingertips forward if you can. You can rotate out to the side, but walk your hands back. Let the elbows bend and pull your chest forward. Now with your chest pulling forward like this, feel the stretch in your shoulders and then just twist. Bring the knees to the right and then to the left and just take this loosely and feel things out. And then go ahead, bring this back into center when you're ready. And then walk the hands back in, bring yourself upright. Go ahead, take hold of your knees and squeeze your knees in toward your chest. Pull the feet up off the floor and balance this in both. So basically just curling your body into a ball and balancing on your sit bones here. Now work the compression. And what I'm talking about is keeping the thighs pulled in close. All that tension that keeps your body curled in. And then see if you can hold that compression with the thighs in close like this, but release your grip. Now try to maintain it best you can, lifting your feet, bring your shins toward parallel with the floor. And again, sit this upright, and you're gonna have a tendency to lean back like this, but try to keep everything pulled in close as best you can. Now from here, we're gonna move this side to side, so just take things slow. Bring the right foot behind your left leg. Now right foot comes down, right knee comes down. Pull the left thigh in toward your chest as you come onto the right hip, and maybe lift your left foot a little bit higher. And then bring this back to center. Pull the right knee and come back to boat. Work that compression, keep the legs in close. And then bring your left foot down. So left foot to the floor, left knee comes down. Pull the right thigh in toward your torso, maybe extend the right leg a bit. And then bring it back to center. We'll take that side to side. Right foot down, right knee down. Pull the left leg in close and extend best you can. And then bring it back to center with both legs together. Left foot down, left knee down. Pull that right leg in and maybe straighten out. And again, bring this back into center. Right foot down, right knee down. Draw the left leg in close. Try to bring the foot up high. And then come back to center here. Left foot down, left knee down. Pull the right knee in close and maybe extend the leg. And then back to center. Now 2 more rounds. Right foot behind your left leg. Right foot down, right knee down. Pull the left thigh in close. And then extend the leg as best you can and focus on the knee. Try to go ahead and circle the knee in place. Keep that thigh pulling in close, and this will engage a lot of tension right at the hip joint here. And then go ahead and switch it out. So bring it back to center with both legs together. Left foot down, left knee down. Draw the right thigh in close. Straighten the leg best you can. Focus on the knee. Start to circle the right leg. Keep that leg pulled in close toward your chest best you can. And then bring this back into center, back to boat. 1 more round. Right foot down, right knee down. Draw the left thigh in close. Extend the leg best you can. Now this time we're going to pulse this. Bring the knee in as close to your chest as you can each time. So on my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, back to boat. Other side, left foot down, left knee down. Draw the right thigh in close. Extend the leg best you can. And again, focus on the knee and pulse, pulling this in close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, back to boat 1 more time. And then set your feet down, set your hands down behind, and just twist and let some of that tension go. And keep in mind, I know what a hassle it is to work that sort of compression. It does pay off, though. So just work things as best you can. You're definitely going to need it once we come into Firefly toward the end of class. Now, when you're ready from here, to set your feet down about hips width distance apart. Reach the arms forward, round your spine as fully as you can. And then go ahead and round this all the way down onto your back. Once you come down, draw your knees into your chest. Just squeeze things in for a moment. And press your spine down flat. You can pull the knees out wide and maybe rock this out a little bit side to side. And then bring it back to center. Go ahead, set your feet down. We're going to set this up for bridge. So feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring the heels close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. Now while you're holding that, reach your arms straight up toward the ceiling. Make your hands into fists. So keep the forefingers in your palms, the thumbs outside, and press the shoulders down into the floor and keep the shoulders grounded. And we're going to go up and down like this. So with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up high, bring the weight to your shoulders. And then with the exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, roll back down. Now inhale, lift 1 more time and hold. Now keep the fist clenched in your shoulders, pressing down. Keep your glutes squeezing. And as you hold on to all that, take it a little bit further. Pressing your heels, lift your toes up off the floor. And then bring the toes down, heels up high, glutes are still engaged. And again, set your heels, lift your toes. Come on to the toes, bring the heels up high. And then 1 more time, heels down, toes up. And then toes to the floor, heels high, hold here, squeeze your glutes harder. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale, just slowly roll this back down. Now keep the hands curled into fists, but bring the elbows down toward the level of your waist. Now the arms are bent, the forearms are vertical here. Keep the fists clenched and the elbows pressing down this time. And then rearrange your legs and bring your feet into Baddha Konasana. So soles of feet together, knees wide. And just as position your legs so that the heels are close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back down to the floor while you're down like this. And then we'll take it up and down from this shape. So with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up high. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Now with your next inhale, press high and hold here. Now keep the fist clenched and your elbows pressing down. Keep your glutes squeezing. And even as you squeeze your glutes and press your hips high, still try to pull the knees out to the sides and just breathe here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, roll this back down. Once you come down, bring your knees back to your chest, bring your hands to your knees, squeeze in. And then really curl in tight. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. And then when you're ready, just cross at the ankles, roll this forward to a seat. Come further to your hands, find all fours, and once you're in all fours, take a moment to move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side, and just feel things out. Loosen up your spine. And then just bring this into center in all fours, and we'll take this into the hands and the wrists. So looking down at your hands, keep the palms facing down here to start. Rotate your hands, fingertips to the side, and then point in toward your knees. So come as far in that rotation as you can. And do that with both hands. Now flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide. Dig the fingertips down to the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep it lifted. And as you hold onto that grip, just feel that stretch. It'll move through the wrists and up into the forearms. Now, if you want to just stay here, this is fine. Keep the tension with your fingertips pressing down, but if you can take it further, combine this with some of that cow and cat breathing. So with an inhale, just drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. And then with the exhale, pull back in and round. And then inhale, draw your chest forward, lift your gaze. And exhale, round your spine, and just keep moving like this back and forth best you can. And even as you work the movement through your spine, keep your hands engaged, keep your fingertips pressing down the whole time. Keep that stretch in the wrists. And then one more deep inhale for cow when you're ready. And one more complete exhale for cat. And then just bring this up onto the fingertips and walk the hands in so they're about one hand's length in front of your knees. And you can go further forward if you want this to be intense. But make your hands into fists. Bring your forefingers into your palms, thumbs outside. And then press the fist down to the floor, shoulder width, like you're holding two parallel door handles. Now keep your fingers curled in like this. You can always bring the weight back toward your legs or lean forward to your hands to make this more intense. But we're going to take this side to side. So bend into the right wrist. Keep the fingers curled in, but come to the back of the right hand. You can always bend the elbow if you need to. And then just come back up onto the knuckles. Do the same on the left side. And then come back up. And just keep on moving back and forth like this and keep breathing. Now as you're moving, just keep it steady, taking it back and forth, and feel that stretch through the backs of the hands, moving up into the forearms through the wrists. Keep your fingers curled in. And if you want to make it more intense, try to keep the arms as straight as you can as you do this. And then just give it another round or so. So once the back of the right hand comes down, keep it down. Come to the back of your left hand as well. And then press your hands together like you're punching one hand to the next. Now from here, try to straighten your arms as much as you can and just hold. And just breathe into that stretch. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Check your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back into all fours. And then from all fours, we're going to take this down onto the forearms. So go ahead and bring your forearms down to the floor, and you got two choices here. You can have the forearms parallel with the palms down, or you can press the palms together. Just see if the elbows stay shoulder width. And then from here, from all fours, stack your hips over your knees. And I want you to keep your forearms grounded, keep your hands on the floor. And this is going to take some compression and a little bit of hip opening as well. So shift your weight to your left knee, and then lift the right. The right knee stays bent. Now try to step your right foot forward, outside your right arm, or as far forward as you can to the side. Step that right foot flat, and then bring the right knee down to the floor. And there's a bit of compression here. Now lift your left knee, step the left foot forward outside your left elbow, or as best you can, and then set that left knee down. Bring the right foot forward, set it down flat, sink to the right side for a moment, and then set that knee back down. Step your left foot forward, set it down flat, sink to your left side. And then bring your left knee down. And then again, right foot forward, keep your forearms on the mat. And then bring the right knee down. Step your left foot forward again. And then bring your left knee down. Now one more time, step the right foot forward, set it down flat, sink down inside the right thigh. And then come back to center, both knees down. Step your left foot forward, set it flat, sink down inside your left thigh. And then set that left knee back down. And then come back up onto your hands, come into all fours. And then from all fours, I want you to go ahead and tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the floor. Bring your hips up high. Stay loose, but keep your hands down flat. Now the hands are shoulder width. Walk the feet forward. Stay on your toes. Lift your heels and touch the knees to your upper arms. So we're coming to the crow setup here, but we're not really balancing crow exactly. Keep your hips up high, keep your head low, and keep looking forward. Now I want to stay in this shape, and we're going to walk this forward and back, moving from the hands and then to the feet. So just look forward a little bit. Lift your hands maybe about an inch or so. And then the hands come forward. Bring the weight to your hands, bring your toes forward. And then just keep on walking like this to the front of the mat. And just keep your hips up high and just shift your weight. And you don't have to take it too far. We're not really balancing too much. Once you take it to the front of the mat, press into your hands and step your feet back. And just a few inches each time. Now, keep the shape. So keep the knees touching your arms. Keep your hips up high. And just feel the rhythm of the movement here and work this as best you can. And then once you make it to the back of the mat, do the same thing coming forward, and we're going to end up in the middle where we started. And again, just feel out the rhythm of the movement here. Let your weight shift forward and back. And then once you come back into center, go ahead and release this and bring your knees down to the floor. Come back to all fours. Now we're going to bring it from all fours down onto the forearms again, and this time we're going to work the compression toward a baby crow. Now to set this up, bring the forearms back down. And again, the forearms can be parallel with the palms down. We can press the palms together. See if the elbows stay shoulder width. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and stay loose here. Now as your hips stay high, keep your hands pressing down, and then the heels stay lifted, knees stay bent. Walk your feet forward. Get your thighs in as close to your torso as you can. Get your hips over your shoulders as best you can, pressing your hands. And then walk this back out. Loosen up and maybe touch your knees down for a moment. And then again, walk this in. Find that compression. Bring your feet forward. Keep the knees bent. Pull the thighs in toward your torso. Get your hips up as high as you can. And then walk your feet back. And just touch your knees down to the mat. And then one more time, we'll take this to baby crow. So heels are lifted, knees are bent. Walk your feet forward. Press your thighs into your torso best you can. Get your hips up high. Now this time, target your knees for your armpits and look forward a little bit. Now, as you bring this in, curl in, touch your knees to your arms. And if you can find that contact, start to look forward, start to lean so that the feet lift and you're just barely balancing up off the floor. Or get as close as you can and curl yourself in tight. And then from here, go ahead and release this. Bring everything down. And come back up to all fours. Take a moment to breathe and move around. And you can just stay here and breathe, maybe take another stretch before we move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into down dog, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press into your palms, flatten your hands so you can feel some weight toward your thumbs. Sink your chest down low to the floor, but at the same time, press your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. And keep that upward reach of the hips. Now, if you got tightness in the backs of the legs and the hamstrings, let it go. Keep a bend in your knees. And you can always just stay loose. Pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. Now, when you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front mat. Take a ragdoll fold here. So feet about hips width distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose. And let the muscles in your neck relax for a moment here. Now you can hang your hands down, you can reach the opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, you just release any grip that you have, but keep the bend in the knees to begin. Slowly restack your spine, so just round this up to standing, bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. And then take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here, wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor, wave beam. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, keep it lifted. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bent. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, and we'll take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. And then with the exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel up one more time, stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet, take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze at least slightly forward. And then lift up a little bit higher. Now take an inhale. Exhale, roll it back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, press the palms to the floor. And we'll take this to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand on the tops of your feet in this position. Keep your legs active, work to lift the knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc. And lift up with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Make your neck nice and long, keep your chest pulling forward. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring your hips up high back to down dog. And we'll take it through our sun salutations from here. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold this back down. Now inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way down again. Inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturangas, next high plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in and bring your hips up high to down dog. And let's keep it steady. 2 more rounds. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach high. And then with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. Exhale, draw back in and bring your hips up. One last round, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms high. And then exhale all the way back down. Inhale, half lift here. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Now with an inhale, open up, pull this forward. Exhale, draw it all in. Bring your hips back up. Let's find your downward facing dog and breathe here. Now keep in mind, we're starting each sequence of those frog hops. So again, there's going to be 3. You can take it up high or keep it down low. But pressing your hands, resist the floor, and land this as lightly and as silently as you can. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward, land light. And then step it back, hips go high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips high. Now 1 more time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, hop forward. And then after that 3rd hop, come into your low lunge. So bring the right foot between your hands, slide the left foot straight back. And give yourself a moment to set this up. Now make sure your feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side, left heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale, bring your torso all the way to upright. Now take a moment to find your stance. Deep end of the right knee, left leg towards straight. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back, and keep your spine tall. And then bring your hands behind your head. Now interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Keep your chest open, shoulders back. And don't work this into the back leg, so take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just dip low into that left knee. Now inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, straighten. Now exhale, lower 1 more time. With your next inhale, straighten the leg, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward, open to the right side. Back and forth here, inhale to center, reach us up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale 1 more time, right arm back, left arm forward, and hold here. Now keep your torso upright, reach the arms in line, look back toward that right hand, I should say, and keep that left hip pulling forward, keep breathing. Now we're going to keep this basic twist through the upper body here and take this to a revolved half moon. So when you're ready, right hand comes to the right hip, keep the right shoulder pulled back. Look forward along the length of your left arm. Now left hand comes down to the floor inside the right foot. And then as you're ready, put the weight to the right foot, drag the left big toe forward, and then lift your left leg and extend it straight back. Right shoulder stays high, look to the right. Maybe straighten the right leg, maybe reach your right arm high, but try to keep a bit of that twist. And if you can take it further here, you can bind it. You can bend the left knee, reach with your right hand. And if you find the left foot, kick into your hand, pull the shoulder further back to deepen your twist and keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly release this. Both hands down. You're still on the right foot. Pull the left knee to your chest and round your spine. Keep a little bend in the right knee. Now very slowly take hold of that left knee. And let's round this all the way up to standing. Now give yourself a moment to find your balance. Dig into that right big toe. Keep your gaze forward. Slow your breathing down. And then once you're stable, left hand to left hip, right hand to the outside of your left knee. And we'll take it into a standing twist. So draw your left shoulder back and open your chest out to the left side. Now this is good enough right here. If you want to take it further, stay tall, but you can reach that right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Maybe extend the left leg a little bit, maybe a lot. Maybe even reach with your left hand. Just take this to where you can while you're still balanced. Now we're still upright and still on one foot. Slowly turn back into center. Left knee lifted, hands to your hips. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just step your left foot back open, left side, and let's take this into a warrior two. Now deep into the right knee, straight left leg, one line from the front heel to the back arch. Sink your hips down low, keep your torso upright, reach equally front to back. And then bring your gaze to the left side and reach your arms up high with the palms facing in. We're going to keep the arms long as we take this back and forth. So with the inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. And then with the exhale, extend this forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse this one more time and hold. So keep the arms reaching back, keep your gaze up high, and keep the deep bend of the right knee. Just breathe with this here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring yourself upright. Left hand to left hip, reach the right arm forward past the right knee and look down the length of your right arm. And we're going to take this half moon. Now take this deliberately here. So right arm reaches forward and down. Bring the weight to the right foot, lift your left heel. Now drag the left big toe forward to all the weights in your right foot. And then hinge from the right hip to lift the left leg. Now go ahead, bring that right hand to the floor. You can keep the right knee bent. Try to look to your left side. Left shoulder and left hip stay high. Left leg stays extended toward the back. If you can take it further, maybe reach your left arm high, maybe straighten the right leg. And if you want to bind it, you can bend the left knee, reach with your left hand, find that left foot. And if you have that grip, go ahead, kick in your hand. Let this open you further to the side. Take things to where you can right now. And then take an inhale when you're ready. With the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. When you're ready from that fold, take an inhale, lift it halfway. And with the exhale, bring your hands down. We're setting up for crow. So the hands are shoulder width. Dig your fingertips down. Lift your heels. And bring the knees outside your arms. And again, we'll take that flattened crow. Now, as you grip the floor, look forward. Start to lean. Take it slow. And then, if you're going to balance it, lean enough to lift your feet together. Big toes to touch. Let your body flatten out on the upper arms. Now, use your inner thighs. Squeeze in. Try to lift your hips. Take it back and forth. And maybe even lift enough to shift position. And then when you're ready, take it through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. And once you find it down dog, take a moment, pedal that. We'll bring all that to the other side. So again with those frog hops, land them light, land on your toes. Take a deep inhale here. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips go high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. And step it back, hips high. Once more, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then once you come down after that third hop, take your little lunge. Left foot between your hands, right foot slides back. Now look at your stance. Be sure the feet on 2 separate tracks, hips with distance, right heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale, bring your torso all the way to upright. Now take a moment to set this up. Deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip pulls forward. Keep the hips squared and keep yourself upright. Hands behind your head here. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Pull the shoulders back and keep your chest open. Stay tall through your spine. We'll work this into the back leg, so take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just dip down to that right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower one more time. Now with your next inhale, straighten, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward and open to your left side. Inhale back to center, reach your arms up high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale and twist one more time, left arm back, right arm forward, hold here. Now keep your torso upright, try to keep the arms in line, look back toward that left hand. Keep the right hip pulling forward. And we're going to hold this basic twist of the upper body as we take it toward revolved half moon. So left hand to your left hip, keep that left shoulder pulled back. And then reach your right hand down inside your left leg. Now left shoulder stays high, put the weight to your left foot. And then go ahead and lift the right foot up off the floor, extend it toward the back of the mat. Now bring your gaze to the left side, keep the left shoulder lifted and keep your body twisted. You can hold here. Maybe straighten the left leg, maybe reach your left arm high. If you want to take the bind, you can bend the right knee, reach back with your left hand. If you find that grip, kick into the hand to pull the shoulder further back and breathe here. Now we're still on one foot. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down. Bend your left knee, draw the right knee into your chest. And then slowly take hold of that right knee and round this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment to breathe. Dig down to that left big toe. So when you're stable, let's take this toward the standing split. So right hand to the right hip, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Pull the right shoulder back, open your chest to the right side. And this is plenty right here. Stay tall and stay twisted. If you're going to go further, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot, maybe extend a little bit, maybe take it further. Maybe reach the right arm back. And just take this to where you can. Still balancing here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, turn back to center. Hands to your hips, right knee still lifted. And then just slowly open out to the right side, step the right foot back, and let's take this into Warrior Two. So deep bend the left knee, straight right leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. Again, sink your hips down low. And then go ahead, reach your arms up high. And bring your chest upright. Now I want to take it back and forth with the arms long like this. So when you're ready with an inhale, just reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up, keep reaching. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse this one more time and hold. Keep leaning back, keep reaching. Keep the deep bend in your left knee. And just breathe here for a moment. With your next inhale, just bring yourself upright, both arms high. And then we'll take this toward half moon. So right hand comes to the right hip, left arm reaches forward past your left knee. Look down the length of your left arm. Now take it bit by bit. Reach down and forward. Put the weight to your left foot, lift your right heel. And drag the right big toe forward to all the weights in your left leg. Hinge from the left hip to lift the right leg. Now as the left hand comes down, keep the right shoulder lifted, right hip high, right leg extends toward the back. And stay open to the right side. Maybe straighten the right leg. The left leg, maybe reach your right arm high, just breathe with this here. Now if you want to bind this, you can bend the right knee, reach with your right hand, take hold of that right foot to draw the shoulder further back and open you even more to the side. But just take it to where you can. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands down. Let's take it back to that flattened crow. So press into your palms, dig your fingertips down, lift your heels and bring the knees outside your arms. Now start to look forward, start to lean, take it slow. See about leaning enough to lift your feet together. Big toes to touch, let your body flatten out. And then use your inner thighs, squeeze your legs in to lift your hips. And maybe just take it back and forth a few times, maybe reposition. When you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. And once you find your down dog, paddle out and breathe again. Let's bring this right into the next sequence, back to those frog hops. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, land light. And then step it back, hips go high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And again, step it back, hips up high. One more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. And this time, once you come down, take it into your low lunge. Right foot between your hands, slide your left foot back. And we're going to take it down lower, Anjaneyasana. Bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. Sink the hips down, press forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up and reach your arms up high. Now as you reach up and back, keep your gaze up high. Let the hips sink low and forward and just breathe. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, keep your shape, but release your hands. Bring them down to your low back. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. Draw your shoulders back, open up your chest, and deepen the lunge. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, look forward, lean forward, and bring your belly to touch the right thigh. And we're turning this into a pyramid stance. So I want you to tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. Left foot comes forward one pace behind the right, and then bring your torso all the way upright. Now give yourself a moment to set this up. So it's a shorter stance, about 3 feet front to back, but still hips with distance side to side so the hips are squared. Left foot points to the side about 45 degrees or so. Pull the right hip back, the left hip forward, keep your legs straight. And then keep that bind, and we'll take this down toward a halfway fold. Your shoulders stay back, your chest stays open. You're trying to hold the arch in your low back. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, lead with your chest. Hinge from the hips, come down toward halfway. Inhale and bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, hinge forward like this one more time. Inhale, bring this back up. Now with the exhale this time, just hinge forward toward about 45 degrees, so not so low. Right hip back, left hip forward. Keep the arch of your spine, shoulders pulled back, and keep your torso long, keep your core engaged. Arms stay reaching back, but release your grip. Now, hold your shape, but move only from your arms. Bend the elbows, bring the thumbs toward the shoulders. And then extend the arms out in line with the upper body. Pull the elbows back in, and then reach the arms behind. Again like that, bring the elbows toward the shoulders. And then extend the arms out, forward and up. Pull the elbows back in, and then reach the arms behind. One more time, bring the thumbs toward your shoulders. Extend the arms forward. Pull the elbows back in, reach your arms behind, hold this, and then bring yourself toward upright and shake your right leg out for just a moment. Now straighten that leg again, square your hips, right hip back, left hip forward, arms still reaching behind. Hold the arch in your spine and keep the shoulders back best you can. Now when you're ready, hinge forward again from the hips, and maybe stop at 45 degrees. This is enough, especially if your hamstrings are tight. If you can take it deeper, you can come down toward parallel, but keep the arch in your spine and keep that right leg straight. Now again, like before, bend the elbows, bring the thumbs toward your shoulders. Extend the arms forward, pull the elbows back in, and reach your arms behind. Again, thumbs toward the shoulders, extend both arms, pull the elbows back in, and reach behind. One more time, thumbs toward the shoulders, extend the arms, pull the elbows back in, reach behind. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, bend the right knee, bring both hands down, slide your left foot back, low lunge. And from here, we're going to open up to warrior two again. So with an inhale, drop your left heel, lift your torso, wimble the arms, and open out to your left side. So deep bend on the right knee, straight left leg. Go ahead and lengthen out if you like. Let the hips sink down low. One line from the front heel to the back arch. Keep your spine vertical, reach equally front to back. And let's take this back and forth. So inhale, reverse. Left hand to left thigh, right arm high and back. Exhale, extend, right over to the right thigh, left arm high forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverses. And then with the exhale, extend it forward one more time and stay forward. Take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face me. Pull that shoulder back, bring your gaze up high, and this is good enough right here. If you can take it further, bring that right hand down inside the right leg, keep your left shoulder high. Further still, take the full bind, reach underneath, find that grip behind you. Now keep the right thigh pulling in close, keep the left shoulder high, be sure you can still see the ceiling however deep you take this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly, just bring your hands to your hips, bring your torso upright again. And then turn the right foot so it's more or less parallel with the left. Now bring the weight to the left foot, bend your left knee, lift the right heel, drag the right big toe over until all the weight's in your left leg. And then bring yourself up to standing with your right knee high. Take a moment to feel this out. So dig in your left big toe, slow your breathing down. Once you balance, with your right hand, take hold of the right knee and just pull it to the side. Keep your toes pointed down. And just keep that knee up as high as you can. This is good enough right here. Now, if you want to take this further, reach your left arm down at your side about 45 degrees. And then maybe look down the length of your left arm. Now, if you can take it further still, ground down to your left foot, maybe start to lean left. And let the right knee lift, and just take this to where you can. Now, if you want to take it further still, and there's always somewhere else to go, maybe reach your right arm straight up, keep the right knee lifted, and maybe reach that right arm up and over, and deepen the lean over to the left side. Just hold here, keep your balance. Now slowly, if you're leaning, bring yourself upright. Right knee lifted still to the side. Go ahead, step your right foot forward. Bring both hands down. Step the left foot next to the right forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We're going to take it to crow. So again, dig your fingertips down. Bring your heels up. Bring the knees outside your arms. Look forward, lean forward, take it slow. And then when you can bring it to balancing, let the feet lift together, big toes to touch, let your body flatten out. Now use the inner thighs, squeeze the legs in, try to lift your hips up and down. And then when you're ready, go ahead, take it through another vinyasa. And once you find your down dog, pedal out again. We'll take that on the other side. So last round with the frog hops. Again, land this light, land as silently as you can. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. Step it back, hips go high. One more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. And this time, once you land, find your little lunge. Left foot between your hands, right foot slides back. Now, Anjaneyasana, right knee down, right foot flattens out behind. Sink the hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up and reach your arms up high. Now, bring your gaze up high. Reach your arms up and back, but let the hips sink low and forward. And just breathe here. Now, hold your shape, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release your hands and bring them down to your low back. Find the grip that feels strange. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. Draw your shoulders further back, let your hips sink lower. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, look forward and lean toward your left foot. Now again, we're going to change this to a pyramid stance. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, right foot forward, one pace behind the left, and then bring yourself all the way upright. Now take a moment to set this up. Again, 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side with the hips squared. Right foot points to side, 45 degrees or so. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And keep the legs straight. Keep the shoulders pulled back and keep the arch in your spine. Now just take it toward halfway down. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge with your hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way back up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway, one more time. And then inhale, bring this back up. And with your exhale this time, just lean forward about 45 degrees, so not so low. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep the arch in your spine, left hip back, right hip forward. And keep the arms reaching behind, but release your grip. Now everything stays as is, just move from the arms. Bend your elbows, bring the thumbs toward your shoulders. And then extend the arms out long. Pull the elbows back in and reach your arms behind. Again, thumbs toward the shoulders. Extend the arms long. Pull the elbows back in. Reach your arms behind. One more time, thumbs toward the shoulders. Stretch the arms out long. Pull the elbows back in. Reach your arms behind. And then bring your torso all the way upright. Shake your left leg out for just a moment. And we'll take it back down one more round. So straighten your left leg, pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Keep the arch in your spine, keep your chest open. Hinge from the hips, maybe stop at 45 degrees, good enough. Maybe come down closer to parallel with the floor. Now again, your hips are squared, your gaze is forward, keep that arch in your spine, keep your core engaged. Just move from the arms, bring the thumbs toward your shoulders. And then extend the arms forward, pull the elbows back in, reach the arms behind. Thumbs toward the shoulders. Extend the arms forward, bring the elbows back in, reach the arms behind. Thumbs toward the shoulders. Extend the arms forward, pull the elbows back in, reach the arms behind, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your left knee, both hands down, slide your right foot back, low lunge. And then from here, take it up to warrior two. With an inhale, drop the right heel, lift your torso, wimble the arms, and open to the right side this time. And again, find your stance. Go ahead, lengthen out if you need to, deep bend left knee, straight right leg in one line from the front heel to the back arch. Everything's open to the right side this time. Reach equally front to back. Take it back and forth. Inhale, reverse, right hand to the right thigh, left arm high and back. Exhale, extend, left elbow to left thigh, right arm high forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And hold your reverse warrior this time. Then keep that left arm reaching up and back. Keep your hips sinking low. Keep your gaze high. Just breathe. And then extend this out. Bring the left elbow to the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and forward. Take your half bind. Right arm behind your back palm face when we pull the shoulder back. And this is good enough right here. Stay open. Now, if you want to take it deeper, go ahead, bring that left hand down inside the left leg. And if you want to take it deeper still, go ahead, reach underneath and maybe find that full bind. Now, if you find that grip, be sure your thigh is still pulling in close. Be sure your right shoulder is still high. But just breathe here and just take this as deep as you like. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly bring your hands to your hips, bring your torso upright. Now turn your left foot so it's parallel to the right more or less. Put the weight to the right foot, bend the right knee, lift your left heel, and drag that left big toe over to all the weights in your right leg. When you're ready, come to stand with your left knee high. And take a moment to feel this out. Dig into that right big toe slowly, you're breathing down. When you're ready, left hand to your left knee, pull it out to the side, point the big toe down, and bring that left knee up as high as you can. This is good enough right here. Now if you want to take it further, reach your right arm down at your side about 45 degrees. Maybe look down the length of your right arm. Now, if you want to take it further, start to lean right and lift that left knee higher. Good enough here, but if you want to take it further, maybe reach your left arm high. And then maybe reach that left arm over to the right and lift your left knee even higher as you lean further. Still balancing. Slowly come out and leaning. Bring yourself up, right hands to your hips. And then step your left foot forward. Both hands come down. Right foot comes forward next to left. From your forward fold, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, take it into curl one more time. So dig your fingertips down, bring the heels up, and knees come outside the upper arms. Look forward, lean forward, and then bring this into balancing. Let the big toes lift together, bring them together. As your body flattens out, squeeze the inner thighs in. Try to lift and lower your hips. And then when you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. And then once you find your down dog, let's take this into half pigeon. When you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, flatten your left foot, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright like this, and you can always go deeper with extension if you want a back bend. And if you want to sink down, you can bring the elbows toward the floor, maybe melt down all the way, but just take this to where you need to right now. And just breathe with us here. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them back in. Tuck the toes of your left foot, release your right leg. Just take a moment, shake it out. And then once you're ready, once the right foot comes down, inhale your left leg up high. And with the exhale, bring yourself into half pigeon here. So left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, flatten the right foot behind you, straight the right leg, and pull that right hip forward. Keep it in line with the left. The hips are squared. Sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, outer left hip or toward the glutes. Now again, you can just stay upright like this. You can go deeper toward one of the back bends. And if you want to melt down, you can come down to the elbows. You can melt all the way to the floor, but again, take it to where you need to. And then if your hands are forward, again, walk them back into center. Tuck the toes of the right foot, release your left leg. Just shake it for a moment. And then once you set your left foot down, go ahead, bring your knees to the mat. Take a seat. And we're going to take it from here into Firefly. Now I'll walk through a demonstration very quickly and then we'll do this together. So if you know the pose and you want a different entry, feel free to play around, but otherwise, this is the easiest way I know to go into the pose. This is going to be from a wide-legged forward fold. So the way you set this up, stay loose. Feet wide, a little wider than your hips, heels in, toes out. Keep your knees bent so you're not cranking on the hamstrings right away. And then from here, what happens is you walk your hands between your legs and try to find as deep a forward fold as you can from the beginning. Now, as you do this, keep in mind, just take this as low as you can. Try to get as close to the pose as you can. Don't worry about getting this 100%. Now, you're going to walk your hands between your legs. Try to keep your fingers pointed forward. If you need to back off for the wrist, you can rotate out to the side. Try to go no further than 90 degrees. So you don't want to point your fingers all the way back. So forward or right and left with your hands, whichever works. But you're going to walk your hands through, pull your torso forward, down between your thighs. Try to get the shoulders between the knees to come as close as you can. And then once you can't fold anymore, this is where you got to be brave and just look straight down. All at once, set the palms, bend the elbows, sit on your arms, and squeeze your knees toward your shoulders. Now, when you come into this, if your butt's still off the floor, you got somewhere to go. You got two choices. You can bring the feet together and hook at the ankles, and this is the arm pressure pose. You can use that hook to keep yourself lifted. And if you want to take it to Firefly from here, it's basically the same engagement in the inner thighs, but without the hook. You point the toes forward, straighten your legs as best you can. Don't worry about straightening this all the way, but keep the thighs pulling in to keep your butt up off the floor. The worst thing that happens is you come to sitting down. So give us a try very quickly here. So feet about hips width, or wider than your hips, I should say. So knees bent, hips up high, just keep that loose fold. And then again, walk your hands through. And you can have the fingers pointed forward out to the sides, but either way, when you're ready, once you're in that fold, look down. Set the palms down, bend the elbows, sit on the arms, squeeze the knees in towards center. And again, maybe you bring the feet together for the arm pressure pose. Maybe you point the toes forward, but still keep the inner thighs squeezing, keep the legs pulling in. And take this to where you can. Now I'll throw out just one more entry just for a little extra credit here if you've been playing around with this for a little while. And even if you haven't, you might be one of these odd people that finds this entry easier than the other one. And this is basically just coming into it from boat. Now to start from here, you start from a seat. And then go ahead, bring the right leg over the right arm. And you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder as close as you can go. And then just press that right arm into your leg and set the hand down. Now with your left hand, bring the left leg over the left arm. And again, you're just trying to get the knee close to the shoulder. And then from here, with your legs hooked on your arms, just go back and forth, leaning onto your hands. And then all at once here, once you're ready to lift, you're going to use some momentum. So when you come onto your hands, you're going to bring this forward, squeeze the thighs in, point through the toes best you can, and see about maybe lifting your butt up off the floor. And that is not easy, keep in mind. But it's another way to come into the pose. All right, when you're ready from here, wherever you are, bring yourself down. And let's take this down onto our backs. Now, once you're all the way down, draw your knees into your chest and just squeeze things in tight. And then when you're ready, go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. We're going to take one long round of back bending. So I'll start the cueing out as bridge and then lead into wheel. You can take wheel from the beginning if you want to hold it longer, and you can always stay in bridge, keep in mind. But either way, feet and knees about hips width distance apart, heels close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. Now, arms at your sides, palms to the floor, keep your gaze up high. When you're ready, with an inhale, pressing your feet, lift your hips, and just bring the weight up onto your shoulders. Now hold on to lift, keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips pressing high, and just breathe into this. And this is good enough, but keep the tension lift and keep your glutes engaged. Now if you want to take your bridge a little bit further, you can bring your hands under your hips, maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull the palms together. Maybe work your shoulders further behind your back to open your chest even more, still with the hips pressing high. And if you can take it further, if you got the reach, you can hold the ankles and use that to lift the hips even more and open your chest further. Now, if you want to take this from bridge to wheel, keep your hips lifted but release your hands. Hands come around your head, palms to the floor. Fingertips toward the shoulders, elbows high. When you're ready, pressing your palms, you can lift the top of your head first. And then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So it's hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back wall. Again, keep your glutes squeezing and your hips lifting. You can always lift your heels if this is too much in your low back. But keep your breath long and smooth here. And then from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring everything back down to the mat. Now once you come down, draw your knees into your chest and just squeeze it all in. And then we're going to take a supine twist from here. So go ahead and release your left leg, extend it out fully. And then bring your left hand to your right knee. Now, right arm reaches out to the side, so pull the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath, but keep both shoulders down. And look to the right. Now, try to find that stretch, outer right hip toward your low back. And if you need more, you can use your left hand, press it to the right leg. Maybe take it further still. You can always extend that right leg out to the side. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back into center. Draw the right knee in. Pull your left knee in as well. Just squeeze down for a moment. You want to take it on the other side. So once you're ready, extend your right leg this time. Right hand to your left knee. Left arm reaches out to the side. Now go ahead, draw your left knee across your body. Tuck your right hip underneath. Keep both shoulders down and look left. And find the stretch in the outer left hip toward your low back. Now if this is enough, stay here. If you need more, you can press with the right hand maybe. Or maybe extend that left leg out to the side. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back into center again. Draw both knees in close. And we're going to take this to happy baby. So go ahead, reach between the knees when you're ready. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack the ankles above your knees. And pull down on both sides. So try to press the knees to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine, sink your tailbone toward the mat. Now if you want to take it further, you can rock this side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And with your exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat for a moment. And start to move again here when you're ready. Fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then stretch this out long. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull things back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. Just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.